Hey, welcome. So let's talk about something that I think we all feel, right? That invisible force that just seems to stall out our biggest professional goals. It's like this secret ambition killer. And here's the thing, it's not about a lack of talent or not having the right opportunities. Nope, it's something way more sneaky. It's distraction. Okay, let's get into this.
Just think about this for a second. Have you ever had one of those weeks, you know the one, you're just running around, answering emails, putting out fires, totally slammed from morning till night. But then you get to Friday, and you look back and think, what did I actually accomplish? That feeling, that sensation of being busy but completely stuck, that is the #1 sign that distraction has grabbed the steering wheel.
You know, the things that kill our ambition today, they're not these huge, dramatic attacks. They're subtle. They creep in. The enemy of your big goal doesn't show up with a battering ram. It shows up as the endless scroll on your phone. It's the lure of some pointless argument online or just that mental exhaustion that comes from comparing your journey to someone else's curated highlight reel. These little things, they just slowly, quietly pull us off course.
So this brings us to the core idea we really have to get our heads around. And honestly, this is a game changer. External forces, opposition, even our own screw-ups, they can't actually destroy our ultimate potential. They can't just cancel the whole plan. But, and this is a really big but, a loss of focus, that can delay it. And I mean delay it for years.
Let's get really clear on this. A delay is not a denial. Facing a setback, getting totally thrown off course, feeling discouraged, that does not mean the goal is gone. It just means the timeline has changed. The destination? It's still there. The journey just got a little longer. And look, understanding this difference is so crucial because it reframes everything. It turns what feels like a permanent failure into what it really is, a test of your endurance.
To really see this idea in action, let's look at maybe the perfect example of someone who endured the long game, the story of Joseph. I mean, this guy had a massive, world-changing vision for his life, but the path to get there was anything but a straight line. It was an absolute masterclass in dealing with delay.
I mean, just look at this timeline. It is brutal. He has this incredible dream of leadership, and what happens right after? His own brothers sell him into slavery. Then he does the right thing, works hard, and what does he get? He gets falsely accused and thrown into prison for years. Every single one of these steps looks like a move in the completely wrong direction. It looks like total destruction. But they weren't. They were all delays. Huge, painful, frustrating delays for sure, but they never ever canceled the final fulfillment of that dream.
So here's the big takeaway from Joseph's story. Opposition and setbacks, yeah, they can throw you in a pit. They can land you in a prison cell, metaphorically speaking, but they do not get the final say. The real enemy of his goal wasn't just the stuff happening to him. It was the temptation to lose focus and just give in to hopelessness during that long, dark period of delay. Okay, now let's pivot a little bit. We're going to contrast Joseph's story of patient endurance with a totally different strategy, taking a hard line, proactively defending your focus. And for this, we look at the story of Nehemiah. See, where Joseph had to endure delay, Nehemiah just flat out refused to be delayed.
And this is where it gets so incredibly relatable for every modern professional. Nehemiah was in the middle of a massive project, rebuilding a wall. His enemies knew they couldn't stop him with force, so what did they do? They tried to pull him into pointless meetings. Hey, come on down from the wall, they'd say. Let's have a chat. Sound familiar? How many of our most important projects get derailed by an invitation to a meeting that could have just been an email? And this was Nehemiah's response. Honestly, this should be the mantra for anyone trying to do meaningful work in a world that is just packed with distractions. I am doing a great work and I cannot come down. It's this powerful, unapologetic defense of your focus. He got it. He knew that if the enemy can't destroy the project itself, he'll try to distract the builder into walking away from it.
So we've got these two powerful case studies, right? One about enduring delay, the other about defending against it. So now let's turn this into a practical playbook that you can actually use. And it all starts with a really simple diagnosis. You have to ask yourself this question, and you have to be honest. Are you under the influence of distraction? Because here's the thing, distraction doesn't feel like some big, scary threat. It just feels like being busy. It feels like you're being responsive and productive. But its influence is so powerful and so subtle.
This little table here can kind of act as a mirror. If you find yourself being really emotionally reactive, snapping at little things, it might be because distraction has made your emotions feel way louder than the truth of what you're trying to accomplish. If you feel busy but stagnant, well, you're probably letting all the urgent little things crowd out the truly essential work. And if you're constantly doubting yourself and the path you're on, it's usually a sign that you've just lost sight of the original goal.
Okay, so you see the symptoms. How do you fight back? It's 4 simple but really powerful steps. 1, guard your focus. What you let into your mind shapes what you create. Simple as that. 2, reduce the noise. Seriously, not every conversation, not every opportunity deserves your time and energy. 3, return to stillness. You find clarity in the quiet, never in the chaos. And finally, number 4, remember the assignment. Reconnect with your why. Why did you even start this thing in the first place?
And all of this brings us to our final charge. This is the core takeaway, the big mindset shift that will protect your ambition from just being eroded by constant distraction. You have to make a decision. You have to decide to stay on your wall.
It's as simple and as profound as this. Don't trade destiny for distraction. Every single time you choose to get sucked into pointless drama, or scroll endlessly on social media, or say yes to that meeting that pulls you away from your deep work, you're making a trade. You are trading a small piece of your long-term destiny for a fleeting moment of short-term distraction.
And that's really what's at stake here. That project, that goal, that vision that you have in your head, that's your great work. And it's waiting. It's waiting for your focused, undivided attention. It's way too important to abandon it for all the chaos and the noise out there.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. What is the great work you are doing right now? What is your wall that you need to protect, that thing that you just cannot come down from? Identify it, commit to it, and then guard your focus like it is the most valuable asset you own. Because you know what? It is.